Guys, welcome back. We did a tutorial on the forearm stance. This is one of the most easy moves. For some people that really don't like to go on their head, this feels easier than headstand, which in itself is one of the easiest moves. I suggest you wear an elbow pad on your arm or something soft, because there's going to be some pressure on your arm to do the one hand once. So for this move, I highly suggest you get the head balance down. So the head balance is actually where you can balance on your head a little bit without hands. If you can do that, you're actually pretty much almost the same move. So, but let me tell you how to practice that, because I already did a tutorial on it. But I want to talk about the pull of the air, which is the most important one. We're simply going to go on our head like this, pull our legs to the side like that, and now instead of jumping, I try to pull with the abs, so my legs goes up a little bit, right there, like that. So once you can do this, you can actually put your hands not on top of your head yet. To make it more easy, we're going to simply leave our hands besides our head, which is also actually a freeze. But I feel that one is more like a little headstand thingy, but it's sort of the same feeling. So I'm placing my head on the floor like that, or grabbing my head, it's both good, and doing the exact same little headstand move like this. Watch. Well, keeping the balance. Now, you don't have to watch the other tutorial, I'll explain it right now. It's really important that you learn to keep your legs to the front. As soon as your legs shoot up or to the back, you will fall. And to the back is also up. So when your leg shoots up, it's very hard to control, but you can still control it. But it's really hard because usually one leg bends, and when your leg is simply up, you will fall to the back by the weight of your leg. So the trick is to keep your legs to the front and control this, and this will help you out a lot with freezes and power move to understand and do this. So I also suggest stretching out, right, so you can keep your legs nice and wide. But this position is actually quite easy because one, you work with the head, but even you have just simply more balance. You can also do it on the other side or both, or try to figure out which way works for you. That one's quite easy. But now we're actually going to do this one, where you're not on top of the head, but actually purely on the arm. So it's actually all the same, more or less, but this time you make sure your elbow is on the floor, and you have to sort of figure out what works for you. I don't mind being a little bit to the side, so I'm leaning on my arm, but also a little bit of it, right? But of course my head is off the ground. But you can actually just fully lean on your arm if you want. Now when you do that, you feel some pressure on your hands. That's why I said wear some pads, because the pressure might hurt your arm a little bit, right? You can also experiment what works for you. Some people like to keep their hand like this. Me personally, I like to put it like this, grabbing the back of my head and keeping that balance. Now, whenever you do a balance move, including this one, you have to work. And working means whenever I fall, I push with my arm in a direction so that I can actually sort of fix that I'm falling. And in this case, sort of this part and this part, and you know, I just have to experiment a little bit. It's mostly about understanding that the leg needs to stay on the front. And in the beginning, it's okay if you leave the other hand there for control, basically, but you want to, of course, do it with that pull and the legs. So, on the arm this time, and then doing the same thing, pulling my legs like this, see? Holding. And having quite good control, actually. So, this move might help you a little bit with getting the elbow balance. But to be honest, the elbow balance and the one hand balance, really balancing for more than 10 seconds, is quite hard. This one's a lot easier. And one good thing about this move is, of course, that you can start spinning. Because if you master the stance, the spin will be easier, right? That makes sense. So, yeah, guys, check out some stuff I made. Okay, actually, like, have fun with this move. Train it like this, train it like this, train it on the other hand, and have fun with it. See you next time.